to, people to talk to, things to punch, stuff to run away from. We got to get busy.
I don't have really anything to go to. I just have to go take the garbage out. That's about it.
Go to bed.
Man, I've been going to bed so early lately. I feel like I'm 44 going on 80 sometimes because it's funny because I could not be married to the complete opposite person.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite, but I love to go to bed at like 10:30.
Really?
And
I don't even know what that's like.
Well, it depends. It ebbs and flows though. Like if I have a project that I'm working on, especially an artistic project, I can stay up all night, which I did last week.
Like I say, you were cranking out some Addict to Athlete logos, and I'm like, man, you're putting in some overtime.
Yeah, I actually stayed up all night because of my big boy job, but I can stay up all night if I wanted to or needed to, but I love being able to go to bed at like 10:30, and then I will wake up anywhere from 4:30 to 5, and then I just like having the morning to myself to read, to whatever. And then there's my wife, who will be up until 12, 1, sometimes 2. She'll fall asleep on the couch, and then she'll come up about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then that's her. And then she's barely up at 9 when she has to get online for her big boy or her big girl job.
Big girl job.
Yeah. So we could not be any more opposite, because I cannot sleep in. Even if I stay up until 1 or 2 o'clock, I can't sleep in later than 7 or 8. It's just not in me.
That's happened to me lately.
And I think part of it is because when I was younger, I would sleep in as late as I wanted to, or when I was in college, sometimes I would be up studying or reading or doing whatever until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And there were times when I would wake up at like 2 p.m. And I hate that feeling, because it's kind of depressing, when you, my rule of thumb is that I won't sleep in until, I won't sleep past double digits. Right. So 9 o'clock, if I'm, depending on the day, like I'll sleep until then. But if it's after 10, I just feel like my whole day is wasted.
That's me. And with ADHD, there's no way. It's like that task paralysis just floods the day. I'm like, well, I can't do anything now. I've missed it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I think that's just something I kind of learned on my own.
I'm starting to figure out that like I'm a late to go to bed and early to rise, and that doesn't make me wise at all. Like. Or healthy or wealthy, Josh. Like my sleep schedule's all out of whack. Because last weekend, 2 weekends ago, we were doing the Salt to St. Bike relay. And so I was up all night for that, and so that threw things off. We stayed at Marissa's dad's house in St. George. Last weekend, I had to get up at the early hour of 4:30 to get things ready to go to the Addict to Athlete 5K set up. So my sleep schedule's been completely unhinged, man. So yeah. I 10 o'clock. I remember back in the day when I was a little kid, once you started hearing like the Taxi theme song or MASH theme song, it was game over. It was bedtime.
Oh, MASH. It was,
I think
100%
if I could get that,
MASH.
If I could get that, dude, the name of that song is horrible.
Have I seen a single episode of MASH? A complete episode? No, not at all. No,
man, it was.
No.
I remember when my mom would like let me stay up and we'd watch it. I'm like, this is the most boring freaking show I've ever seen. Like,
yeah, no, that's why the 5 minutes I've seen of it, I'm like, this is torture. Like,
Josh,
this is.
I have gone back and watched a few episodes of this, just so you know, and I also watched the very first episode of Gilligan's Island recently. Did you know that they introduced the professor as a Eagle Scout?
Wait, is that his credentials?
It's his credentials.
Is he an Eagle Scout?
He's professor of science and he's an Eagle Scout. And I'm like, That is hilarious. I never knew that. No wonder they could, create all these awesome things, but couldn't patch the hole in the boat. Pretty
That's
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. What I'm trying to think of what other TV shows I absolutely hate based off of my parents viewing.
Yeah.
Star Trek, The Next
Star Trek.
Generation.
Oh, dude, I fell in love with that show because I
Mm.
got a little black and white TV, right, for Christmas once. It was just this little thing, and I would watch those pretty well. It was awesome. I loved that show, but I never knew what it looked like in color.
Well, and you don't either.
Dude, and you know
You
what?
don't now.
Do you know what scares the crap out of me? Now that we're in spooky season, your favorite holiday, I know. But
Uh-huh.
you know what? Like every night, I think it was on channel 11 or 7. I can't remember, or maybe it was even 13. But it was Tales from the Dark Side. Have you ever heard the
Is it Tales from
music
the Dark
to
Side
Tales from
or
the
the
Dark
Tales of the
Side?
Crypt?
No, Tales from the Dark Side. It was kind of like, Josh, have you ever heard this? All right, I think I need to play this just so you can hear it, okay? Because it is, I would have to turn the volume down because it was wicked scary. Just the music introducing this show. But then it would be something kind of like the Twilight Zone. It wouldn't be scary at all. But the freaking intro music, Josh, have you heard this?
I don't think so. Well, maybe. I mean, I might be able to recognize it, but wouldn't know.
Well, let me pull this up and show you because, dude, it is terrifying. And it was, again, black and white TV, but I would have to turn the music all the way down, or else nightmares for sure. Tales from the Dark Side. You seriously have never heard this?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Let me turn this up. Make sure you can hear this. Okay. All right. If you can't hear it, let me know. But yeah, can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine little Blue with a little black and white TV, maybe 4 inches across, watching this. Terrifying.
Man lives in the sunlit world of what he believes to be reality.
I'm scared now.
But there is, unseen by most, an underworld, a place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit, a dark side.
Tales from the Dark Side. Josh, you never heard that. You never watched this show.
No.
YouTube an episode. They're really good. But dude, that is a wicked scary intro.
Yeah, that is pretty creepy.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that like, well, I don't know if I would say scare me, but like or just theme songs I never really liked. Like I said, Star Trek, I don't know.
There were some bangers though. If you remember, like the greatest American Hero, that was a great banger song. Do you remember that show?
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know,
dude.
I've had that song stuck in my head for probably about the past 7 or 8 years, and I had no idea what it was from.
Are you serious?
Yeah, had no idea. I think it was a friend of mine that I would run with, and he would sing it all the time, and so I got it stuck in my head, and I had never seen the show at all. Huh? But yeah, what is it called? It's
The Greatest American Hero.
The Greatest American. Never seen it.
Dude, see, this is the difference between you and me. You grew up with a family. I grew up with a babysitter called the TV. So the cable guy, the movie The Cable Guy, that Chip, that was me. Yeah. I was a dude that was always in front of the TV. So I watched all this stuff, man. Like, I mean, we're talking, from Dallas to Who Shot JR. Like I knew Who Shot JR. I watched it all the time. I was pretty much grew up on this crap, man. So that was a banger. I like the Fall Guy. You ever see the Fall Guy?
No.
That's a really that intro. That's dude. I can't believe you've never heard of this. So this is a guy. The premise is it's a stunt man, right? And he's a stunt man.
You're like you're 5 years older than me.
But not
it
that far
couldn't
ahead.
be any like. Well, I mean, we're the same person, but at the same time, 5 years. I mean, we're You're Gen X. I'm a millennial, technically.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're almost worlds apart. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I'm assuming then you've never heard the theme song then to that one, the Fall Guy. Like,
again, maybe, but.
All right.
Are you you're pulling it up here?
Yeah. Are you ready? Because this is a banger too, man. Let me make sure. All right. From 1982, Josh. So I was 7 years old. All right. Ready?
And I was 1.
Let's go. You were 1.
But I've been seen with Farrah.
Farrah Fawcett.
Never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with a girl named Mo. But somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV.
He's a stuntman.
But the hardest thing I ever do is...
Because I'm the unknown stuntman. Made Redford such a star, and may he rest in peace.
Yes, true.
You've never heard this. You've never seen the show.
No.
This is one of those really long versions. But
So I'm trying to
goodie.
think here because so you were what, about 7 or 8, you said?
He's 75, 82, yeah. 7.
So that would mean then my 7, let's say 1988 would be when I turned 7.
Okay, so you were more of a Knight Rider guy then, yeah? Airwolf? No, not ringing a bell.
Again, I think this might be more of the TV was your babysitter.
Wow.
Even though we did have cable growing up.
Well, we didn't have cable.
Which was kind of a rarity. Like
we had one of those TVs, the knobs fell off, so you had to get the pliers on there to turn. That's what we had. Yeah.
We even had the Disney Channel, because there's a difference between the Disney Channel and Disney Channel.
Wow.
The Disney Channel was like the thing, and they had all. I mean, basically, it was the '80s version of Disney Plus. Because they would play all the old stuff they had. And I mean, I grew up, Welcome to Pooh's Corner, Dumbo's Circus, the creepy ones, like the puppets. But see, I know you're drawing a blank here.
So then were you allowed to watch those Disney classics such as Something Wicked This Way Come?
Yeah, pretty much
that show
that was on there. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And what was the other one? There was another one that I think was kind of like
Welcome to Witch
Disney-esque.
Mountain.
Yeah, that one. That was interesting. But for some reason, it was like, I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. There's another kind of scary, sketchy Disney movie esque like that. But it was like, I can't remember. Dude, now I'm drawing a blank. Like it was the theme was like some kind of lady in the woods. Is this ringing a bell? I don't know. The Watch.
Disney scary.
The Watcher? The Witcher? No, not the Witcher.
I was going to say.
I'm having a brain fart because now I'm picturing like this traumatic experience. I was watching this show, and it's not something like the Watcher? Watcher in the Woods. Is that it?
Watcher in the Woods? I think so.
It?
I think so.
Dude, fever dream just unlocked. Terrifying.
Well,
does it ring a bell?
Did you ever see Return to Oz?
Oh my gosh, dude. We don't talk about that.
That was
that
creepy.
Show. My gosh, dude. My kids have wanted to watch that. I'm like, no, we will not be able to.
It's the same thing with the peanut butter solution, which we've talked about on this podcast.
Was that this podcast or was that
yes. It was both. I talked about it on the other show as well on the other show.
So it's kind of funny how that kind of entangled. That's where maybe our viewing stuff began, was about right there. The peanut butter.
The source of my trauma.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Nickelodeon though?
Yes.
Did you ever watch Turkey TV Nick at Night? Did you ever watch that?
Yes. Yeah.
Man, I love that show.
Again, not
a lot of people remember that, Josh. There's a lot of people who are like, what are you talking about? But yeah, Ivan Tell-A-Lie. Remember that guy who'd come on? It was kind of like that segment show. Ivan Tell-A-Lie. It's like that Russian dude.
Yeah. But I loved Nick at Night when I was a kid, because that stuff that I would watch with my family. I mean, that's basically what we watched at night, right before my parents would watch MASH, right?
Yeah, dude, that was right before bedtime, huh?
Leave It to Beaver. I'm trying to think. My Three Sons. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. The Many Adventures of. Oh, I'm totally making it up. Now I got to look it up, man.
You got to look it up. Yeah.
Nick at Night in 1980s.
So did you ever watch You Can't Do That on television then too? Did you watch that?
Oh yeah. That was what I would usually watch at my grandma's after school.
If I remember right, like back in the day, that was on like all day for some reason. Like that was like their main hub or something.
Lists of programs broadcast by Nick at Night. Do you know
Let's
what their
go.
current programming is?
They still have it?
4. So
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
they have only 4 programs, right? Because I think now with TV, it's just marathons, right? Monday through Thursday or whatever, it's just marathons. So current programming, gosh, I can't believe this. The Big Bang Theory.
Jeez.
Modern Family.
Man.
Friends.
What?
And SpongeBob SquarePants. That is Nick at Night.
That has evolved to places I didn't think it could ever go.
But here's the original programming. Okay, so this is let's see, when did it launch? Okay, so starting in 1980, 89. That's original programming. Okay, never mind. That's okay. The acquired programming. So Lassie, Dennis the Menace, The Donna Reed Show, National Geographic Explorer, Route 66. I can't remember which one that was. The Turkey Television.
There we go.
My Three Sons, Mr. Ed. I remember watching Mr. Ed all the time.
Yeah.
The Smothers Brothers Show, The Monkees. Love The Monkees. The Bad News Bears. Car 54, Where Are You? There's Make Room for Daddy, which
seems a little bizarre for a title.
It sounds a little scandalous too.
How dare them?
Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp.
What? Dude, that must have been way after our bedtime then. I haven't heard of any of that.
The Patty Duke Show.
Okay, yeah. Standard issue.
Looney Tunes, Bewitched, Green Acres.
Green Acres.
Oh, that's what it was. The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis.
Dude, I have not heard of that. What is this?
So I just remember watching it. I liked it because it had, is it Bob Denver? The guy who, Gilligan?
Okay.
So he's on that. He plays the best friend of Dobie Gillis. And Dobie Gillis is played by Dwayne Hickman, which, rest in peace, he passed away January 9th, 2022.
Did he really? Dude, timely.
My gosh, he was 87. That's crazy. Anyway, this is just great podcasting, by the way. But no, Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Okay.
I actually
those.
really liked that. Like, that's the kind of creepy I can handle, right?
Well, and that's kind of what Tales from the Dark Side was. It wasn't like super scary. It's just that freaking intro, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dragnet, Get Smart, Mork and Mindy.
I do remember that.
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
How old is that man? Like, he's still kicking.
He's 99.
Wow. Incredible.
I don't know when his 100th birthday is, but I can almost guarantee he's not going to make it to 100.
You heard it here first.
December 13th.
Happens, come question Josh Hansen.
No. December 13th.
Josh is all, I guarantee he won't make it to 100.
No, I mean, dude, no, Betty White.
How dare you? Yeah,
Bob
true.
Barker, they didn't make it to 100. They were so close.
President Nelson, he was 101, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
See?
But, he's the exception.
Yeah. Incredible. It is incredible that people are kind of living that long. Like, that's pretty wild.
Well, I know, especially when you consider everything that's wrong with our health and
our eating behaviors and things of that nature. Absolutely. Well, geez. Well, Josh, officially, welcome to the Fartlek Running Podcast Show. I'm one of your hosts, Coach Blue Robinson, and of course we have Josh Hansen here. And I think I owe again everyone an apology because, dang, dude, things got hot and heavy last week and we couldn't record.
Phrasing, but
it
yes, between project, there was the Addict to Athlete 5K.
Which I want your thoughts on, because I do want to talk a little bit about that, see how you like the new course.
I loved it. I actually enjoyed it quite well. I did it with my wife and my father-in-law,
Yeah, it was
and
good seeing them both.
we walked past a dead deer. That was
I saw your photo there. I didn't even
beautiful.
see that. Before the sun came up, I had no idea what was on the course. So I'm glad you were able to see your nemesis out there.
Yeah, well, he was dead, so, you know.
Josh is all, get you like I'm going to get Dick Van Dyke. Yeah. Is that
I
what you
like
said
the
to
Dick
it?
Van Dyke Show. I love Mary Poppins. You know, Mary Poppins circa 1966. That's my celebrity crush.
There you go. Dude, you know, okay, we could get into this, but we might, between me and you, my celebrity crush back then was Haley Mills, Parent Trap.
Ooh, that's a good
Telling
one.
you, cute little stinker, yeah. But getting back to the run, we had about 120 people, right? And then the day of, like almost 150 more people signed up. So we had a little over 300 people there, and so it was kind of a cool little run. Everyone waited to the very last minute to sign up. Like,
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. You kind of did that to yourself a little bit. You know, when you don't, there's a reason why. And Mitzi and Rachel, I don't think Mitzi listens to us, but
She
you know,
might.
Rachel does, and Rachel is probably nodding her head right now that there's a reason why you give a deadline. There's a reason why you up the price, you know, every month or so, because people are notorious for waiting to the last minute to sign up. And there's things that you have to do, right? Like the t-shirts, the medals. We didn't get a medal, did we?
No, not for 5K, dude.
No,
And not for a race that cost $10.
True. Have we ever gotten a medal?
I have given out dog tags before, yeah. But this is before I think you started hanging out with us more fluently.
Okay. But see, I'm also the type of person that I'm like, I don't need a medal for a 5K.
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, it happens more than it should. Anyway.
No, it does. And again, Rachel's probably nodding her head right now because that would make her life much easier.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun being able to have the conversations with my wife and my father-in-law, but also all the other teammates. The course was simple and
that lake
easy.
was gorgeous. That little pond was beautiful.
And then the memorial garden, or
the quiet zone,
whatever, was amazing. I mean, the last few years when I've come to the 5K, it was Spanish Fork, right?
Yeah,
Spanish Fork. That area was gorgeous as well, but this, I think, just between how shady it was, but then
the water
running through it.
See that waterfall? Like, where's that coming from? Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I guess they're not steps. Like, I don't know what you call them.
Yeah, it was kind of like a amphitheater type thing, a little teeny one, but yeah, kind of the same situation.
It was gorgeous. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it was everything I was hoping for and was able to experience. So
I did, Josh, meet my first Karen. I know how much you hate that, but yeah, dude.
I hate the name Karen, but it's also,
it was weird.
As a sociologist, it's very interesting trying to figure that out.
I've been trying to replay this in my head as if I did anything wrong, and I can't for the life of me think that we did anything wrong. Basically, she was upset that we were in her park and, we should go somewhere else. And I'm thinking, you rotten soul, like, go. I told her, go over there before they take this down. I want you to see what we're doing here. And I don't think she did. But yeah, I've never had someone like come and chew me out because we have a race. Like, do you guys have your race permits? Yes, we have our city race permits. It cost us $515. We have all that. But that did damper on it for a moment. But thank heavens I had a couple of other athletes backing me up. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that's like the guy yelling at you for running on the street during a race. It's like, dude, what? Read the room, man.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was there.
I think you probably would have leaned into her with a sarcasm, uppercut,
I don't know what
I know you.
I mean, especially coming off the hill. Well, no, it was the day before President Nelson passed away, but it has been sitting on my conscience for since his birthday, which was earlier in the month.
Yeah.
About being a peacemaker. And it's hard because
some people make it real hard.
Because being a peacemaker, it's not feeding into the contention, right? But it's also not just acquiescing to somebody's irrational or needy, greedy want or desire, right?
True. Yeah, very true.
And it's a very fine line, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, I kind of wish I was there because
it took me way off guard. I've never been in a situation like that. And I didn't say a lot of things I wanted to say because I had the two athletes by me. And I thought, okay, I'm the coach. I need to kind of level head this.
Mm-hmm.
But then she tried to drag one of them into the conversation. And he's like, you are being quite aggressive. And she got even more upset. Then she finally pedaled away. But yeah, it was.
She was trying to bring him into the conversation?
Yeah, well, all right. This is what I said. After she got done chewing us out and I was trying to explain to her what was going on and she just wasn't listening, we kind of turned around and started to continue tearing down the finish line and stuff. And I said to Brad, one of my athletes, I'm like, man, that was the weirdest conversation I've ever had. And apparently she heard me. And so she came back for part 2. And she's like, what do you mean this is the most bizarre conversation you've ever had? I was being nice. And I'm like, you're not really, though. You're being quite aggressive. And we're here doing something very good. And, sorry, we're in your park. We're cleaning up right now. Like, we're getting ready to leave. The longer we're talking, the longer we're going to be here. And she's like, I'm not being confrontational. She asked Kyle, one of my athletes, am I being aggressive? And Kyle's all, well, you are being quite confrontational. And then she got mad. And so finally we just kind of left her. But yeah, the whole thing was, I've never been in that situation. Like, I can see how it catches people off guard.
Self-awareness.
Yeah.
Come on.
The first thing she said to us is, why don't you find another park to do this in? And I'm like, lady, it's, what was it? Like 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, we're done. Like, we've had all this stuff up and down before you even pedaled your fanny in here. Like, you're seeing us now
too.
Cleaning up the park. Like, there's nothing to be seen. Like, yeah, it was weird. Yeah. Bizarre.
Yeah,
Comes with the territory, right?
Yeah.
People are going through their own stuff, Josh. I'm a firm believer, man. People are going through their own stuff. And after coming off such an emotional experience, I was there trying to do a live video and I'm just all tears and bawling. So if you go watch that, you'll see. But so then to have that, I'm like, wow, that was a bizarre bookend. Like, wasn't expecting to get chewed out for doing something for the community, but there you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
Well, it is.
It's interesting because I've had conversations with friends and with other people about why there is such this angst, aggression, what you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it's just, people are just mad, I think is what it really kind of gets down to. It's just people are mad.
Yeah.
People are upset. We've lost the ability to disagree better.
That's very
civilly,
true.
Well,
dude, it's a weird atmosphere right now. I was down today speaking to a class at UVU, and it was super kind of emotional. Again, there's a weird feeling like on the campus. And so I was talking to these clients and I was like trying to get them into like this vibe of like understanding that movement equals healing. And I'm sharing with them. And I asked them how many of you guys were here, and 4 or 5 of them, and it was weird. And I kind of said, well, what'd you guys do afterwards? They're like, well, nothing. Like, we didn't do anything. I'm like, did you counseling? Did you go walking? What'd you do? And like, nothing. Business as usual. It's not affecting him as much as I thought it would. Even when I did some volunteer stuff to go down there and help, be part of the solution for anyone that needed help, no one come, man, like very few. And I'm like, wow, it's kind of a weird thing where we're kind of desensitized to so much craziness that we're all just like, well, that's a normal Wednesday. It's not even close to a normal Wednesday. Does that make sense? Like, we're desensitizing ourselves, I think.
Very true. What do you think that is? Is it just the overstimulation of our media? Do you think it's social media? I think social media is a huge part of that because
it is. We're not designed to know this much, Josh. Our brains aren't equipped to know what's going on in Israel and Gaza, the horrors that are happening over there. They're not used to seeing these live executions and things. Like, our brains aren't equipped for any of this, and it's really devastating, to say the least. It's rough on the people really have no outlet, and so like they keep it in, and eventually it will come out, and when it comes out, it's not pretty, right? And so, yeah, it's a sad situation. But even today, when I was down there, like, there's this weird cloud over, like, just, the mood, and it's sad. There's these things called the laws of humanity, right? And some of these laws are kind of a cool thing. It's like stuff people have written over the years. And one of the laws is the law of here and now, which is, it's kind of roughly explained, is like where you're there has become here, and you should simply obtain like another there. So it's kind of like, what does that mean? It means if you can't find solace and peace here, you've got to find a there. And so, like, the mountains, trail running, moving, you can't just stay put, stuck in it, right? So the law of here and there means that you're kind of like always on the lookout for like a spot where you can just be. And I don't think we have that. I mean, everyone everywhere's kind of got tension. I mean, we're at a beautiful park on a Saturday morning, and we're getting chewed out by some gal. It's like, what the world?
Yeah.
So, and it's, the number 11 rule is the law of perception, which is you create the life that matches the belief and expectations. So if you're always on the pursuit of what's wrong, that's what you're going to find. So there's so many of these things, man, that play into this, but really it's like turning all this stuff off. I don't get on social media as much as I have, although I did find a sweater I want you to buy that I'm going to send you on social media. But beyond that, I stay pretty much off because it's all political garbage. It's all conspiracies. It's all, scary tactics. And I'm like, I'm done with that, man.
Yeah. I'm kind of that same way. Like, I mean, if you look at my main Instagram, I haven't posted since August, which is very rare for me. But I'm like, I don't care. And I think part of that, just in what you were saying, especially with the here and there, right? I think social media plays such a huge thing in it exposes our there, right? Which is hard, especially especially when running is, I mean, all of our theirs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But when you overexpose that on social media, are you taking away your there?
Yeah.
Are you making your there a here?
Yes, you are.
And and I think that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of what's been pulling me away from social media more so than anything. It's that I value and I want more theirs.
That makes perfect sense, brother. And yeah, that's the thing, is when we try to like share so much about us with other people, seeking the validation, the thumbs up, and all that kind of stuff, your there becomes your here, and then that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Because like, hey, the last time I posted, I got like 29 likes. This time I only got 18. What's up? And so it's not saying you shouldn't post that. I think you should. But I would love it if we did away with thumbs up and thumbs down, all that crap. I wish that we could just post up and it would just be there, and we didn't know who saw it, why they saw it. Does that make sense? Like, it'd be much better, because that way you would still, to a certain degree, be intimately yours and not like judged by others. But maybe that's our own social media platform we create, that we put out there. Because it does. If you share too much, it can become no longer sacredly yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm with you.
I don't know. That just kind of blew my mind right there.
You do realize I did a little run yesterday, and I didn't share that with anyone. So there you go.
That's the thing too. Like, I rarely will post, especially my weekly runs, because it's like, who cares? This is my own little, alone time. I'm sweaty down in the basement, on the treadmill or whatever. I'm like, who wants a picture of that anyway?
Yeah. So the ones up at the canyon stuff, those are great. Those are fine. But I'd say slow that down a little bit. Like, it's kind of a funny thing. It's like if a tree falls down in the forest, does it make a sound? Well, who knows? If we don't see a picture of Coach Blue running, is he doing it? Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Leaving some of that stuff, but you're spot on, brother. There's an atmosphere right now that there's some crazy chaos, and I'm telling you, like I told these kids today, movement equals healing. You've got to move. Why not move into like the mountains, trail running, hiking? Gorgeous up there right now. We made the mistake on Sunday to drive over the Garmin's Pass because it looked so good last year. And mercy me, did everyone else in Utah decide to do the same thing? It took us like 4 hours to get over that sucker.
I'm very glad that we didn't do the same thing because we were kind of tempted to.
Dude, it got nuts fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a packed canyon.
It's so gorgeous, though.
Yeah,
I
there
do
were
love
some
that
places
drive.
up there I've never seen like that deep. And these are colors Coach Blue can see. My gosh, man, there were some good Instagram moments to be had up there, but there was nowhere to park. So we had to just record it in our brains and keep it in the memory banks.
Oh, shucks.
I
hate when that happens. But
have you ever tried to take a picture of a sunset? It just never really works.
No, yeah, never.
Yeah.
Very rare. It really depends on, there's only a few locations that I've ever been able to. And that's
capture the moment.
Yeah, like my parents' backyard oversees the Great Salt Lake. And I've captured a few pretty good ones. But the thing is it's the right angle, right? You can actually see, you have to see the horizon very well. And then also, I think during our video, when we ran Vegas.
That's true, actually. That one did
I think that really
come out, didn't it?
Captured the lighting. It captured the mood very well. So, but yeah, very rare though.
Yeah, I think there's something awesome about running in the morning when you're watching that stuff kind of come online. I don't know what time you usually start the canyon when you guys go up there, but like when we were setting up that quiet zone of all the people that we've lost, it was really dark. I mean, we had to use flashlights and stuff. And it was kind of a cool thing, like very symbolic to like slowly start to be able to see as the sun was rising. And it's kind of a cool thing. I'm like, that's what we're doing here, like that enlightenment. It was kind of a cool thing. I'm glad you guys came down and ran. I think we might do it there again next year just because it was so good. We'll try to get cleaned up a little faster if Karen's listening so that she doesn't get mad at us. But
I think you should go back just for that.
Yeah. Well, Highland City was super good to work with. My hat gets tipped to any race director that has to work with city planning and stuff, man. There's so many hoops you have to jump through, from race insurance all the way down to, securing locations to getting through the city planners and the law enforcement. It's not easy. I can't imagine. I mean, our half marathon we've done, No One Left Behind. It's all on the trail system. You cross one road that has a signal, so it's super easy. Some of these races that they do, I am blown away at how much they have to invest in that kind of stuff. Like, it's no easy feat. And so we should definitely be thankful for anyone that wants to take on a race and be a race director and produce something like that, because it's not easy.
No, not at all. At the same time, I love them. Like, I think I've really grown to enjoy the races on the other side of the race, being involved in the volunteering or the planning or, whatever. Cause it's just, there's just something about, I don't know, it's creating something that you've been working on for months and being able to see that, the fruition of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I think is really cool about some of these established places and things. But I have a real itch, I guess you could say, to get out of Utah to start doing some races outside, because I'm not trying to say that I've grown bored of them, but like, I want to see some new stuff. I want to run on some new pavement, man. Like, and I don't know like what 2026 is going to look like for you. If we all succumb to this recession that may or may not be coming, but we need to save some money to at least get out and do some off location runs, man.
Yes, we do.
I want to change the scenery. So I'm curious, are there any in Idaho, Colorado, Arizona that would be worth the drive? I don't say Nevada because that's just desert, but like,
I think I just heard Rachel yell Pocatello.
Pocatello. Okay. Wouldn't that
Pocatello
just be like
Marathon?
Wouldn't that just be like upper Utah? Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Sorry for that one listener in Pocatello.
Yeah.
What's with this one? I've never heard of the Pocatello Marathon.
I mean, they've been doing it for years. I want to say it's been over 30 years.
Wow.
But I've never done it. I've signed up for it, but I think the pandemic
You signed.
kind of killed
okay.
up.
Good
Yeah,
excuse.
it was the
Okay.
pandemic. But it has a pretty good grade from what I remember. It's especially for a marathon. And then the half marathon I think is fairly fast as well. It kind of drops
How
into.
far is Pocatello from, say, Josh's house?
Oh, from here it's probably, I don't know, maybe an hour.
Really? That close?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Then we could almost run there if that's the case. What are you talking about? This seems like to me it'd be like a 9-hour drive, but that just maybe
No,
not
it's
quite that far.
because I want to say it's probably much. Let's see, directions.
MapQuest. Remember MapQuest before Google Earth and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, and then
turn left, turn
Yeah.
right.
You'd have to
800
read them,
miles.
right?
Yeah, dude. That was my very first argument with my wife when we got married, was trying to go to San Diego with MapQuest.
Oh, it's 2.5 hours apparently.
That's not as far as I thought it would be, man.
But
That's
still, I mean,
it's like next door.
yeah, no, that is. I mean, that's essentially the same distance to Cedar City.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so then when is this Pocatello Marathon?
The end of August,
Okay.
I believe.
That might
I
be
think
nice
it's
up there.
yeah.
Why do I think Pocatello would be like the frozen tundra of like the Nordic? Would it be okay there, or do you need to like wear your winter clothing that?
In August?
Because I always think of Logan like being this frigid no man's land. You know, like for some reason in my brain, it's like the outer limits of
And it's quite beautiful.
freezing. Yeah.
I don't know.
Is Logan always colder than anywhere else just because they're so far up, or is that my?
No, it's actually kind of funny because so I went to SUU for school, and when I told people that I was a student at Southern Utah University, people automatically thought that it was in St. George because Southern Utah, right? So, it's hot.
Right.
Well, to most Utahns, the state pretty much ends at like Santaquin, right?
Yeah.
And maybe Nephi, but it was actually pretty cold. And there were times when I was there that the temperature was pretty much on par during the winter with Logan. So it got pretty cold.
That's crazy.
And like I remember, I think it was my first winter there. I think it actually got colder than Logan. I mean, it was freezing. Like anytime anybody opened the door, I always felt like there was just a rush of cold air that would run in.
Dude.
But then during the summer it kind of averages to about 5 degrees warmer than Salt Lake.
See, that's not bad. I always think it's freezing cold,
Yeah.
and so no one wants to go there. But maybe we should venture to the north to see
But
what
Logan,
it's all about.
I love Logan. Logan is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And especially my favorite is Logan Canyon. I wish
I have ran Logan Canyon before.
Really?
That is a very unique canyon. Yeah, we did it once for our chapter of Addict Athlete up there was doing a benefit run, and so we went up there, and it was just a little 5K, but it was gorgeous, the little section we saw.
Yeah, because I wish that they had a race up Logan Canyon. And I understand why they can't really shut it down or even shut down
kind of
like it's a
vein
two-way, it's a 2-lane highway, but it is, oh my gosh, just gorgeous. And there's especially, I want to say like halfway through, there's just like this little winding way. I don't even know where it is in the canyon that is just so picturesque. I'm like, I want to run this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Logan Marathon or the half marathon, I think would be fun to do.
Yeah, because I did. You start at the Hardware Ranch way up there, right? And you kind of run down. Is that what?
I think so.
Logan?
Yeah. I don't know everything about Logan, but I think Cache Valley is just gorgeous.
I've cycled a lot through Cache Valley. I mean, I've biked a lot up there, like all the way up to Napoleon's house and up around there. Like,
Preston.
But I've never done any runs down there. But I do. I want to leave Utah. Do a couple of these outside of Utah just to like keep things fresh, which is hard because you have so many planned, and it's like trying to fit these in because travel time and everything else. But I think with a little bit of prep, we could probably do it. But I know we're almost out of time, Josh. I really think I need to run a marathon/half marathon in April. Do you have any ideas of anything that we could sign up for?
I was waiting to get to this. Yes, I do. If you sign up for the Salt Lake City Marathon on April 25th, that would be next year, which would be 2026, you can save some money if you use the code JOSH26. Right. So that will save you 20% off of your registration on the marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K, and the Kids K. So any of those races.
What are we doing?
Are we
doing the half again? Are we doing the half, or what are we doing?
I think the half.
Yeah. What are we doing?
I kind of feel like we should do the half. It's a good challenge. And I think maybe I have some PTSD from the 10K from 2 years ago.
Roger that. Yeah.
My hands are still frozen.
Dude, and that was rough.
Hopefully it won't be that cold because it is the perfect day. It is the perfect date. So hopefully we just need a light jacket, not too hot, not too cold,
Short skirt and a long jacket?
Yeah, even better.
Cake, yeah.
But yeah, April 20th.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to sign up so I can plan my race days, because 20%, that's a good significant chunk.
It is. And prices do go up because they want you to sign up, because they got to order swag for thousands and thousands of runners, right?
Absolutely, man.
So sign up with the code JOSH26 at saltlakecitymarathon.com.
Nice.
So again, that's any of the race distances.
What's next on your horizon? Like, what are you doing next? Is it our November?
I still need to decide what I'm doing with the haunted half in a couple of weeks. If I'm going to do the half, or if I'm going to do maybe the 5K. So I have to decide.
There's a 5K?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I'd much rather run a 5K in costume than a half, man. Like chafing and the sweating.
Yeah.
Half marathon in a costume doesn't sound appealing to me. 5K though.
Because I think I could get my wife to register for the 5K at the haunted half. At the haunted, sorry, Rachel. At the haunted, Runtastic Haunted. Sorry.
That's right.
That's a whole branding thing. I think I could get her to do it. I love that half course. But
so
you should sign up for it too.
What day is it?
It's the 18th.
Okay. We, the Team Addict to Athlete, are supporting a run called the Run for Hope 5K in Lehigh. It's to help one of our athletes' family members who has breast cancer. And if you jump on Addict to Athlete's social media pages, you'll find a link there. They're going to have silent auction and raffle and stuff, but it's going to be a great little run there. So I'll be doing that one on the 11th. Probably run the 5K with you then on the 18th, in preparations to run a bazillion miles on the 1st of November. Right
now, here's the question: do we want to do? If we're going to do that, because I know I need to prepare for it a bit better. Do we want to do the half?
Maybe we. Okay, probably. We got to talk about what we're doing for costumes first, though. If we're going as like anything heftier or cocaine bearers, I don't know if I can do that. I'll have to run with something a little less restrictive.
Yeah. I also need a good costume. I mean, I did go as Rehab Bear last year. I don't know if I should go, if I should use the bear costume again. I mean, I could probably go for a third time.
I think it's done.
Because I've done Cocaine Bear, I've done Rehab Bear, I've done Testimony Bear for the church potluck. I just bore my testimony a lot. And then I went as the Bruin Bear at work because that's our mascot. It's Slick.
Very good, man. You have gotten your mileage out of that costume.
Yeah. But I feel like if I'm going to do a really good costume, I need to decide now.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to rely on 2-day shipping. Even though
Yeah.
that's done really well for me.
Yes, somehow you've squeaked out okay with that. All right, let's put our thinking caps on. By next week, we'll have ours locked in, if not purchased by then.
Yeah, it better be purchased. Anyway. All right. Well,
Done.
I don't think you're done. You just left it. I'm still here all by myself, and it's still recording. All by myself. I don't want to be all by myself anymore.